A very good morning, students. Today in this module we will be learning about RNA technology. So in this module, before going to this particular RNA technology, in this session you will be learning about the minimum basic terms that you will come across while learning this session. Okay, while learning this particular topic, that is RNA technology. In this session, you will be learning about the terms that are used during this particular class. So in the coming sessions, you will be learning about the different process, different steps, different mechanisms that are lying behind this technology. So what do you mean by RNA technology? R means recombinant. So recombinance means the joining of two different molecules of a DNA molecule is known as RNA technology in terms of DNA molecule. So recombinant DNA technology. In terms of DNA, you are joining two different DNA molecules of two different organisms to get a new desired trait is known as RNA technology. So here the overall framework, the overall flow chart for this RNA technology is, supposing that this is your whole genome of an organism and you are adding enzymes. So after adding enzymes, this genome will be cleaved into several fragments, and in this particular genome you will be having a specific desired gene, isn't it? So you need this particular gene. Why you need this particular gene? Because this gene is giving that particular expression the need of expression, the expression that you need, the expression you want for your research purpose, isn't it? So that particular expression is present in this gene. So you need this gene. So how you will isolate this gene? First, initially this genome is subjected to enzymatic procedure. Next, several fragments of DNA molecules are produced, and these fragments are induced in a vector. So after adding this particular gene of interest in this particular vector, this vector is induced in an organism, suppose in a bacteria. So this particular E. coli bacteria is induced with this particular rDNA molecule. So the insert DNA molecule plus your vector DNA molecule is your rDNA molecule, and this rDNA molecule is subjected to grow for different more number of colonies in E. coli, and this E. coli is left for several generations, and this particular organism will produce the desired gene, isn't it? So this is the overall in simple terms I am telling you the overall flow chart of your RNA technology. So here several questions are arised in your mind, that what is the enzymes used, what are the enzymes used, what is this particular RNA molecule, what is this particular organism, and how this particular left for several generations, when this organism is left for several generations, what organisms are produced, and these are what kind of genes are being carried by this organism. So these are the different questions that are arising in your mind, right? So this is your genome. This genome should be subjected to enzymatic digestion. So what is this? What kind of enzymes are used? So in RNA technology, restriction endonucleases are used. So what are restriction endonucleases? So restriction means, from the name itself it indicates that there is something like restrictions. Restrictions are present with that particular enzymes. There are some restrictions with that particular enzyme. So those are restriction endonucleases. So what are restriction endonucleases? So restriction endonucleases means, before going to restriction endonucleases, you must be knowing what do you mean by nucleases. Nucleases are those enzymes which cleaves your nucleic acid. both your DNA and your RNA. So if nucleases, again nucleases are of two types, DNA and RNA. If DNA nucleases means it will cleave your DNA molecule. RNases means it will cleave your RNA molecule. So again, so DNases are DNA nucleases which cleaves your DNA molecule. So here there are two types of enzymes, exonucleases and endonucleases. Exonucleases are those enzymes which cleaves your DNA molecule at the terminal ends. So these nucleases, so these exonucleases cleaves your DNA molecule. Suppose that this is your DNA molecule, cleaves at the terminal ends. So those are exonucleases. And endonucleases are those enzymes which cleaves your DNA molecule in the middle. So that is the difference between exonuclease and endonuclease. So now in this case, in RNA technology, you will be learning about restriction endonucleases. So what are restriction endonucleases? These are the enzymes which, these are the special class of endonucleases which cleaves your DNA molecule at a restrictor specific site. Isn't it? So once again I am repeating, listen, endonucleases. Restriction endonucleases are a class of enzymes of endonucleases which cleaves your DNA molecule at a specific restrictor site. At a specific site. So those are restriction endonucleases. So the genome, the whole genome of an organism is subjected to restriction endonucleases. So this is the foremost important thing in your simple basic terms, as this is your first session for your RNA technology. So whole genome is subjected to restriction endonucleases, digestion with restriction endonucleases, so that it produces different fragments of your DNA molecule, isn't it? So these fragments may be small or large, whatever size may be there. In this particular fragment, you will be having your desired gene also, isn't it? So this is your desired gene, and this particular gene is present here. Okay. So when it is subjected to restriction endonucleases, you have obtained this particular desired gene, isn't it? Now this desired gene should be inserted with your vector DNA. What is a vector DNA? Again, first is your, what do you mean by restriction endonuclease? Next is your vector DNA. First is your DNA insert. DNA means the gene of interest, isn't it? Next is your restriction endonuclease. Next is your vector DNA. Vector DNA is a DNA molecule which is used as a vehicle to carry your DNA insert to the organism. It is something like a carrier. It is something like a vehicle which carries your gene of interest, that is your DNA insert on it, and it will take near to your, it will transfer, it will carry to your organism. Whatever may be done, that may be bacteria, whatever may be, isn't it? So that is vector DNA. Next is chimeric DNA. Chimeric DNA is vector DNA plus DNA insert. So chimeric DNA or rDNA molecule. Chimeric DNA is also known as rDNA molecule. So this is your rDNA molecule. So this rDNA molecule is inserted in an organism. So this is recombinant organism, that is recombinant E. coli, and this E. coli is subjected for several generations. It will produce multiple copies of E. coli carrying your desired gene, isn't it? Next, after this what happens? This particular desired gene will produce you in multiple copies, and it is utilized in your industries for production of enzymes, for production of antibiotics, for production of insulin, for production of growth hormone, for production of steroid hormones, whatever. So depending upon the mode of, depending upon your, the ultimate product, this is your regular flowchart, this is a general flowchart that you will be seeing in your RDNA technology. So this is the basic principle flowchart for your RDNA